Yeah, baby. Come on now. Come on. Good evening to each and every one of you, and welcome, welcome, welcome to a Friday night, another Friday night live performance with Music Lovers LTD. How's everybody doing? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Listen, everybody out there in TV land, welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, this is Music Lovers LTD, our live Friday night podcast. Each and every Friday night, we try to be here, and we're here tonight. Tonight, baby, can I tell you who we got tonight?
Who
Can
we
I tell
got?
you who we got tonight? Lord have mercy. I'm telling you, this young lady, I am so very, very happy to finally. I have been, and I'm not the only jock, I'm sure, but I have been one of the only jocks on the air that has been playing this music from this fantastic group. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Miss Shaun Allen of the group Pure Soul. Give her a nice round of applause if you would.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, stop acting like you shy. Come on in here, girl.
Okay, hey, what's up? No.
Sean, it is so nice. It is so very nice to finally meet you and have the opportunity to have you on our show. My group here, or the group here, Lamar, Drew, the professor, DD, and we got a couple of more who are probably out getting drunk or something. I don't know what they're doing. They are very
I need to
familiar.
be with them. Just kidding. Just kidding.
They are very familiar with the music by Pure Soul. Let me start off by getting this thing rolling, and then everybody's going to come in and introduce themselves and have their own questions or what have you. How did you ladies get together? How did you formulate?
Oh wow, it's a long but sweet, bittersweet short story. So this a gentleman by the name of Hawk Islam, he wanted to find a four-member female singing group. He wanted to
Okay.
put it together. So he was out of Philadelphia, and he came to Washington D.C. to up to Howard because someone told him all about me and said that there's this vocalist up at Howard that you got to meet. You got to meet. She'd be perfect for what you're trying to do.
Okay.
So he came to D.C. He came up to Howard and he found me, and we went and sat down at dinner and talked about his vision. And he asked me what was my vision, and of course, naturally, what every singer says, I want to sing.
Yes, 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 yes.
So that's basically how it started off, and that's where we started.
So he came to look for you. Now, how did the other young ladies get involved? Is that something
Well,
you can share?
of course, sure.
Okay.
So once he found me, we started doing a nationwide search for some vocalists. Um, well, let me go back just a tad bit.
Okay.
He When he found me, I was already in a four-membered female singing group,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, so I brought them to the table, and he loved it. He loved us. We were one of the baddest female groups ever,
Come on
and
now. Come on. You don't have to stop now. Go ahead. Say it again.
and so there was just some challenges with the group. Um, weight and size challenges at that time
Okay.
that
Okay. I'm glad
um
you listen. I don't want to cut you off, but I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people don't know about that. Please expand on that if you would, if you can.
yeah, it was some challenges within the group where some ladies had a weight issue in their eyes,
Okay.
in the industry eyes.
Okay.
And so but we were just bad.
Okay. Now,
We just
was this issue part of the the gentleman who was looking? I mean, did he want women to look a certain way and certain size or whatever? Was that his or was that the industry situation?
It was him and the industry.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was he and the
okay,
industry. Yeah, but he could not deny the sound that we had. So they gave the young ladies some. They asked them if they could try to lose the weight, and
wow,
then if they could, they gave them a time frame. And within that time frame, if they were not able to do it, then they were saying we had to move on.
okay, okay,
So
okay,
that was the issue with that. Once we moved on from that, we started, like I said, we went out and did a national hunt for some talent, some
okay,
female
okay.
singers. And I brought in one of my friends from Howard, because I went to Howard University, HU.
Yes,
You
yes,
know.
yes,
You
yes.
know? Yes. So I brought in one of my friends, and she is, matter of fact, she was a member of Pure Soul. She's behind you. But was that Patricia?
Professor?
Professor. She's
Yeah.
behind. Yep, that's her right there, Miss Keitha.
Okay.
And so I brought her into the group, and then Kirsten came. That was the redhead.
Okay.
She also went to Howard University. All three of us went to Howard. And then we brought in Heather and auditioned Heather. And
Okay.
that's how Pure Soul was formed.
Okay. Wow. With a name like Heather, you was automatically get in, I guess. You know what I'm saying? That's awesome. With that big, so now the gentleman that was looking to put this all together, who had the vision, he's now satisfied with what he had. But the sound, you tell me, was the sound as good, or was it better, or was it just across the board as the four young ladies that you started out with first?
My honest opinion,
Please.
I will say no. The sound wasn't better. Uh, we were bad. That's all I
Okay.
have to say about that first group.
Okay. Okay.
But Pure Soul did have a sound, as you
Yes.
hear and as you see. We
Yes.
did have a sound as well.
Okay.
But to say stronger or better, no.
Okay.
That's my
Okay.
honest opinion and view.
And that's all we're looking for. This is just conversation, and I'm glad you said, because again, here's what happens with this show. This show, and I can tell you about this show. We talk about stuff that you're not going to find on the back of a CD or the inside of a CD or the back of
Okay.
an album. You
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying?
I
And
do.
there are people here. I'm going to share a real quick story with you, and you may have heard it, you may not have heard it, but I know the guys here have heard it before. Martha Reeves from Martha and the Vandellas, very, very good friend of mine. She shared a story with me that is not harmful to anybody. It's a funny story because people now sing, when they hear Martha song, they will say, I wonder if this happened there. Or
Right.
Stevie Wonder was a little person, little person. He came down the steps in the pit in Motown and pinched one of the girls on the behind and ran back upstairs. He was just mischievous. Now, this is a story. So this is not a bad light on Martha, and it's not a bad light on Stevie. But either song that you hear, you say, I wonder if that's the song he did that on. So this is the type of information that we like to put out, stuff that the audience does not hear about. And you've already shared one about the girls being having a weight concern, if you will. That's
Yes.
something that nobody would know about unless you were there and decided to share with it. So I tell you right now, thank you for that. We're going to get into more stuff, and I'm going to back off and let Lamar hit you with a question or something that he's got to say. Lamar, you introduce yourself and go ahead on.
Okay, I am Lamar from well, I'm now living in Detroit, but I'm from New York.
Okay.
My question to you is, who dressed y'all when y'all went on stage? Did you dress yourself, or did you have someone to say what you should wear?
Good question. Good question.
Unfortunately, we had someone to tell us what to wear. And there were many times where we were not very happy with our attire, but hey, we had to deal with it.
Okay.
But the person that addressed us, her name was Lita Rosario, and she also had some other people that she brought in too.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Good question, Mar. Move over to Drew. Come on in, Drew.
Hey, Shaun, thank you so very much for joining us. I just have a comment at this point. First of all, thank you for your honesty about some of the uh, evils, I should say, about the entertainment industry. It is so image driven, and a
Yes.
lot of people don't realize that. And that you pointed that out, and it became, an issue. I applaud your honesty because sometimes the music business can be a little unsympathetic, or if I'm using the right
A little,
terminology. It's just a
a
shame
little.
that people that have talent and they may be a few pounds or a few under or over, and it becomes an issue for them. It happens a lot more than what you discussed. So I applaud you for saying that.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
That's it.
yeah.
Well, you know what's funny? I love the voice because it is just that. They are going based
Mhm.
on what they hear, their talent, not what they look like, not anything of that nature. It's strictly based on their talent. That's why I love the
Yes.
voice.
Okay, very
Amen.
good. Okay,
Amen.
well said, Drew. Go ahead.
Who
Drew,
next?
you done?
Yes, I'm done. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. DD, come on in, babe.
Hi, my name is Diane, better known as Dee Dee. Okay, now
Hi, Dee.
today I went on YouTube and listened to what I found of you, and you were doing Patti LaBelle.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
only you knew. Oh my
Yes.
God, you were fantastic.
Oh, thank
Okay,
you.
I had to listen to it twice. Okay, now my question is: are you still performing?
Oh, yes. Oh, I will never stop performing. As long as God gave me this talent to do what I can do for Him and anyone else, definitely going to be performing forever and always. But right now, I was telling Ali earlier that I have my own band. My name is, of course, Shaun Allen. So it's Shaun Allen's Choice Band. And the reason why I call them my choice band is because they're my choice. I've taken musicians from the metropolitan area and just have them come in and sit in with me on different gigs. So you may not see the same musician each time you see hear me perform. And that just shows you the talent that's in the metropolitan area.
Okay.
Very good.
And
Good
then
question, Di.
and then um I also do a tribute to Miss Patti LaBelle. I had the opportunity to sing background for Miss Patti LaBelle in what was that, 2006. I went on tour with her. And so I would say about 2 years ago, I sang, I did a tribute to Patti LaBelle and sang all of her songs here at a venue here. And from there, it has just gone on a rampage. I've been touring around different cities and states doing a Patti LaBelle tribute.
Cool.
Okay.
Very cool. Good question. Good question, DD. Come on in, Professor.
Hi, my
Hi.
name is Sharon, but they gave me the name Professor. Thank you for being with us.
You're welcome.
And yes, as Drew was saying about the weight issue and how that's addressed, I mean, it's a shame that
It
they
is.
do that. But I mean, have they ever seen the two ladies that sang back up for Sylvester? I mean, and they could
Oh
sing.
yeah.
You
Yes.
know,
Band of
Mm,
you
Sisters.
got
mm,
to leave
Yes.
all of that out there. And
yeah.
any
Yes.
almost, and I hate to say it, but it's true from my opinion. Any gospel singer, the majority of them were on the
Yes.
heavier side, and
Hmm.
they could sing.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know,
Well,
Well,
I
Yeah.
don't get it why they focus on that so much because when you buy a record you're not by I mean, back in the day, they couldn't even put us on the record. You didn't
right.
see
Right.
what
true.
anybody looked like. You
Right.
just went by what they sounded like. So
Yes.
that's, very unfair. And I hope those
Yeah.
ladies that were with you back then are doing something now. And it didn't stop them from, singing or deter them in any kind of way.
Not at all. They are thriving. One
Good.
just finished her second album, which is about to release. So
Great.
you'll hear about her and see her soon. And another one is she has her own catering company. So
Oh,
they are
nice.
they are thriving.
Okay.
We
She
never
can
Okay.
sing
stop.
and cook.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
You know
So,
that goes. They know that goes together. Singing and cooking. You know that
yes,
goes together.
indeed.
Singing,
Mhm.
cooking, and eating. That goes together. Ask Rance Allen. Rance Allen
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Oh yes,
No,
Rance
ask
Yeah.
Allen.
Al
Oh
Green.
yes.
Yeah.
Gospel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ask Al
And
Green. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Now,
Absolutely.
and you mentioned that you were a Howard alumni.
Yes,
Well,
ain't you?
I'm not, but my granddaughter is. I'm a Howard grandparent.
Okay,
Um,
That's awesome.
yes, yes.
That's
Keep it in
awesome.
the family.
That's
Yeah.
Yes,
awesome.
yes.
Um.
Yeah.
So my question though is, I felt as though you ladies were so talented, the way the harmonies came across and everything.
Mhm.
I
Thank
I
you.
couldn't understand why your career seemed to be so short.
Now y'all want me to go into the nitty gritty.
Come on down, Sean.
So
Come
come
on
on
down.
down. Okay, okay. Well, like other female groups and even the male groups, there are challenges.
Yes.
You have those who want to sing lead as well, in which all of us could sing. And but when Huck wanted, well, his vision was to have me in the forefront at first on the first album, and this was discussed with everyone in grave detail that I was gonna be featured in the first album. Well, of course, along down the line, when as we're recording, people start talking in other people's ear.
Hmm.
And that started a lot of friction among the group. And it ended up, we had two different lawyers, two different managers, two different
Mm.
everything. So it was
Wow.
like two against two within the group, and things just didn't work out. Um, the record label, we were under University Records and Interscope Records, and Interscope got a little disenchanted, and
Yeah.
that was it.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
thank
Sad
you. I
break.
know that's tough.
It was very tough. It was
I
very tough.
I compare you in my mind to In Vogue,
Thank
where
you.
everybody could sing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
It's these kind of stories, and again, Sean, I don't mean to be redundant, but it's these kind of stories that the audience, your listening audience, your followers don't know anything about. You know what
Correct.
I'm saying? They have no
Mhm.
idea about. So what we do here is try to bring that out. Unfortunately, it's not a great. I almost say it's a bad story, but it's not a good story. But it's a story that needs to be out there, needs to be told. It really, really is. And as you and I talked about earlier, one of the biggest um, situations in music in our timeline would be David Ruffin.
Mhm.
This is exactly what we're talking about. Folks in your ear saying this, that, or the other, and you're getting full of yourself instead of looking at the main goal and trying to, ascertain that plateau or that level that everybody wanted to get to. You know.
You
Um,
know, I think I got a little frustrated because I was the eldest of the monk amongst the four, and
okay.
I was always told to be the bigger person. But it got to a point where, when do I stop being the bigger person?
Hmm.
Right.
you know
Right.
because I was really trying to keep this group together. I really was. But me and one other person, member of the group, it was so bad that there were times where right before we get on the stage, we were about to fight, fist fight.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. And but when we
Wow.
stepped out on that stage, you would never have thought it. You would have thought we loved each other to death, and
Right.
till death do we
Right.
part. But yeah, there were moments where it was just not fun.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, I commend you, and I'm sure I'll be doing this throughout the show. I commend you on your professionalism because what goes on behind the stage, nobody really needs to know about out front. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? And if you come and the people paid their their hard-earned money to come see you do a show. You provided that show and can walk off the stage with your head high that we did what we were supposed to do. We don't get along because there's a lot of groups out here that don't get along. A
Right.
Right.
lot of groups, but they come together once those curtain goes up. They give you what they're supposed to give you, and then they're off to the races. Off to the
Eh,
races.
One thing about me, you will never see me sweat. There are plenty moments where I'm just not the happiest, but as soon as I get on that stage, it's just something. It's God inspired, and He tells me each and every time to just lay everything out on that stage, and
That's
that's what I
awesome.
do.
That's
Hmm.
awesome. That's awesome. Well, I
Yes.
tip my hat and I certainly commend you. And we are so glad to have you here. If I could just jump over to the Patty LaBelle situation.
Okay.
Miss LaBelle is a tremendous, tremendous, tremendous icon and talent in this business. How far do you go back into her material that you include in your show? Because she's got about 3 or 4 different lives before she became to be
Ooh.
Patty LaBelle.
Yes, sir. And I have touched in every piece of her life.
Really?
I
You go
oh
back as
yeah,
far as you go back
The
as far as
bluebell,
Down
uh
the
little
the
aisle.
down the
bluebell.
aisle and that and Mr.
everything. Like I do, Lady Marmalade. I do little girls.
Oh,
Okay,
that was my song.
Mm.
Oh,
That was
okay,
my song
okay,
too. Little
okay.
girls. Come what may.
mm,
Oh,
You
that's my
name it.
jam. That's
Yes,
yes.
my jam.
yes. So
Okay,
Come
I
what
I
may.
go I go back.
okay, okay, okay. All right. Well, listen. I'm going to put you on the spot here. I'm going to
Uh
put you
oh.
on the spot.
Uh
I'm going to
oh.
put you on the spot. Give us a little bit of Little Girls, just a little bit. I don't want you to sing a whole.
Don't
But
make me pass out.
yes, do that. Do that.
Little girls sleep at night, safe inside their dreams. Is it a scheme? Thinking they'll grow up into queens. I'm old, I am young
Come
and
on.
wise. I'm just a little girl in a low-cut clothes who
Yes.
hides behind a face, but really knows.
All right. All
Yes,
right.
yes.
That was
Thank
my
you so
song.
very
Lord
much.
have
Thank you.
mercy.
Thank you. Anytime you get Drew to stand up and give you an applause, we doing something.
Lord have mercy.
That's all right.
Yeah.
What made it? And I'm going to run around the room again. But what made Patty LaBelle stand out for you to um, follow her and try and put her and make her act of yours?
Well, as a young girl, I was in awe of Patti LaBelle.
Okay.
So it was like I would watch her on the awards shows and all those different television shows, where she's performing, and I would just stand in front of the TV and mimic her.
Okay.
And it's very funny because I always tell this story. My mother didn't even know I could sing.
Really?
Mm.
It was one day I was at home cleaning the kitchen, and we had this mirror behind the kitchen door. Well, I'm in the mirror, the broom was my microphone,
Go ahead. Come on home now. Come on.
and I'm singing in the mirror and singing a Patti LaBelle song. And my mother was standing, she wasn't even in my view. So I didn't
Right.
even know she was there watching me, but she was watching me. And when I finished, she came around the corner. She said, "Well, when did you start singing like this? Matter of fact, when did you start singing?"
Okay.
And ever since then, my mother had me everywhere. Being from Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised, I went to the infamous Caramoo House.
Yeah.
And that was, if you've heard of Caramoo House, that
Yeah.
was a place where it was all entertainment field. It was a
Okay.
place to go for voice lessons, for dance, for any type of dance,
Okay.
any playing any instruments. That was my space. And
Okay.
so I started off at the Caramoo House, and then I started just performing around the city of Cleveland at different venues. And then I ended up graduating from high school and going to Howard.
Okay. All
And
right.
that's when my career really started taking off. My sophomore year is when I did my first singing background for an artist, and I sang background for Stacy Lattisaw.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Sang
Okay.
background for Stacy Lattisaw, and I sang background for her for maybe 2 or 3 years, and
Okay.
went on tour with her. And from there, I started singing background for various different artists, such as Shante Moore, Melba Moore, Melba Moore, Melissa Morgan.
Whoa.
Um, ugh, I can't even think of everybody, but
You got some heavy hitters in there. You got some real heavy hitters in there.
yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. More.
Wow.
Melba's a sweetheart. She really is a sweetheart.
She is. She
Yeah, she's
really
a
is.
sweetheart. Okay, let me back out of here. Lamar, come on in.
Since you went to Howard University, did you ever have the privilege of being taught by Donald Byrd?
I know Mr.
Wow.
Donald Byrd very well. Yes.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I
Okay.
sang in his choir sometimes.
Mhm.
But yes, he did not teach me no. My voice teachers were Matta Wilda Dobb and Leroy Dorsey. Matta Wilda Dobb was a professor at Howard for voice, and she was a very famous opera singer.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
And you would see her name and all her information at the African American Museum here in DC.
Okay.
Good question, Mar. Good question. Come on in, Drew.
Well, I was going to follow up on Lamar's. So if you
Go
knew
ahead.
Donald Byrd, you knew the Blackbirds, the
Uh-huh.
members of the Blackbirds that he produced.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to be at Capitol Jazz Fest this June.
Yeah, I
So are
heard.
you still in contact with them guys down there?
I don't know them personally.
Okay.
I know him personally, and I know of him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
but I don't
Okay.
know of anyone else. No.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Come on in,
Now,
DD. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Drew. Go ahead.
no, I was going to follow up. In addition to performing, what other aspects of the music industry are you involved in? Are you songwriting, producing, arranging,
Good
anything
I
like
question.
wrote
that?
a
Good
I wrote a
question.
song off of Pure Soul's album, "Baby I'm Leaving."
Okay.
Um, so I do
So,
I do write. I have written, but it's been so long that I haven't written in a long time now.
okay.
But yes, I do write.
Okay. No,
Mhm.
I was wondering how you were sustaining yourself in between songs or performances and tours, like, things like that.
I play with my grandson. I love that little thing right there.
You got a grandson?
I do.
Uh,
I do. I do.
wow. You do not look like a grandmother
Right.
Thank you, darling.
at
Right.
Thank
all.
Right.
you.
Oh,
These are the newfangled grandmothers, you know.
Yes.
good. Thank you.
Come on in, DD.
Now, do you stay in touch with any of the girls from Pure Soul?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
Keitha is my son's godmother.
Mm.
And that's my right hand right there. She also sings background for me when I'm doing my Patti LaBelle tribute and doing some of my shows. She is singing. She still sings, and she does a lot of background vocals for um, in recording sessions for people.
Okay.
Kirsten is. We just started talking again probably about 4 years ago,
Okay.
and she's currently in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but she comes here on a regular because she's a Howardite as well. She'll
Okay.
come here for homecoming,
Okay.
and then we all get together. And I don't keep in touch with Heather that much. I don't know where she is. So, hi, Heather.
Got you. Got you. Got you.
Mm.
Um, Good question, DD. Before I jump to the professor, I was going to ask you, do you think, not maybe not right at this very moment, is there any possibility of a reunion?
Of course it is. And I say this because just recently, You guys know of the front porch, correct?
Yes,
Okay, well, we just did a recording for the front porch. It has not been released just yet. But with that being said, of course, there's
fantastic,
possibilities.
fantastic. It's something to look forward to. Something to
Mhm.
look
Yes.
forward to. Fantastic. Go ahead, Professor.
What advice would you give to the younger version of Shaun?
Ooh, ooh.
Good question.
That's why we call it a professor.
Okay, Professor. Um, the younger Sean. I wish she was who the older Sean is now to this day.
Okay.
Um, I was back in the day, I was just free spirited and just all over the place.
Yes.
But now I'm just, I would tell her that she did a good job, though, when it came to her singing and keeping grounded and staying focused in that sense. She loved her family. She still does to this day. So I would tell her, good job, but she could have done more. She could have stuck with her pursuit of singing.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I got a little disenchanted after Pure Soul um, went,
Understandably.
yeah,
Understandably.
disbanded. Yeah,
Yeah.
so, but other than that, yeah, I will still tell her job well done.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
will also say it's still not too late.
True.
Amen.
True. True. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
Yes.
Your experience with Pure Soul and the music business. That's the problem that a lot of us entertainers, singers, disc jockeys like myself, whatever. When you come into this business, because of the picture that has been painted before you,
Mhm.
it's glamorous, lights, big Cadillac cars, diamond rings, and lots of money. That's what's promised, or that's what's suggested. Let's put it that way. Chasing that and trying to get to that plateau is a whole nother ball game.
Yes,
Even the professionals like Patty LaBelle will tell you that it's not as easy or it's not what it looks like.
not as
You know what I'm
glamorous
saying?
as it looks. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not what it looks like. And getting there is a long, arduous, and tedious road to get to. It's great when you get there, but if you get there, but it's very tough. And again, I being a disc jockey, so I wasn't in the light like you were, but
hmm
was close enough because there's a lot of folks that I've talked to over the years and had the opportunity to interview and this, that, and the other, and their stories ring very, very similar, very similar. So being in this business, it's no joke, and it's tough. It's tough. It's really, really tough.
it
It's really tough.
is.
That was a good question, Professor. Lamar,
Yes.
come on in.
Do you think you would ever make a gospel album?
I would
Ooh, good
love
question.
to.
Good question.
I would love to. Yes.
Good
And
question.
who would you sing with, or would you sing with other gospel singers, or bring Pure Soul back to join you?
I would love to if I'm doing a gospel album, I would like to sing I Love Rance Allen.
Mm,
Mm.
Mm, mm.
okay.
One of my favorites.
Yes, I would love to do a duet with probably CC Winans
Hmm.
Ooh,
and definitely Miss Yolanda Adams.
Who?
okay,
She's a
okay,
true inspiration to me.
okay,
I love her music because she has that jazz feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
okay,
And all three of them came to my church and sung, and
Oh wow.
oh, they just tore it up.
Oh yeah.
okay, okay. Good question, Mar. Come on in, Drew.
Speaking of tour, do you have any upcoming tours or performances, either with your band or as a tribute act? Do you have any upcoming performances where we can check you out in this tri-state area? PA,
Yes.
Jersey, Delaware, New York?
Okay, so I will be in Delaware on August 23rd.
Oh,
Um, I I don't know the venue just yet, but I'll make sure that Ali gets it. I
Please
get,
do.
please,
oh
Please
yeah,
do.
get
please,
notice of it.
please.
I will be
August
back
22nd,
in
you said?
August 23rd.
August 23rd.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be back in New Jersey. I
Yes.
just did a Patti LaBelle tribute in New Jersey at Wilson's Restaurant and
Yeah.
Lounge.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right down the road from me.
it
Yeah.
was amazing. We had a wonderful
Wow.
time.
Mm.
I'll be back there in the near future, I believe, sometime in August. I don't have a date for that just yet, but management has been in contacts and in works with that.
Okay.
Um, so I have a lot of things coming up, and like I stated before, this Patti LaBelle tribute has just been taking me. It's been overwhelming, and the response I've been getting from the various cities that they don't even know me.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Is, is this August date a Patti LaBelle tribute?
the August 23rd date is a so this is funny. I also did a segment of Aretha Franklin and in Delaware. So now they want me to do part Aretha Franklin and part Patti LaBelle.
Mm.
Wow.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
Ollie, right in your backyard, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll be in touch with, and I'll get the information. Of course, I'll share it with everybody.
Okay,
I'll share
Please,
it.
perfect.
yes,
Yeah, I'll share
yes.
it with you. I'll share it. That is awesome. That is awesome. Good question, Drew. Come on in, DD.
Now, you've worked with a lot of people, backed up for them and everything. Who was your favorite performer to work with?
Good question. Good question.
To
Hmm.
work with,
Hmm.
I would definitely say Miss Patti LaBelle.
Okay.
And I always tell this story, and people are like, but you know how Miss Patty is. Don't
Mm.
mess up in her show.
That's right.
She liable to fire you on the stage, right on the
Mhm.
spot. Well,
Ooh.
we were in California, and I was just still amazed that I'm singing background for her. And we were in the midst of a show, and I forgot to come in. And she'll turn around, give you that look. You better get it together, sister. But I was just in awe that I was singing background for Miss Patti LaBelle, and just hearing her sing, you just get so enchanted with what she's doing that I
Okay.
forgot to come in, but I
Okay.
never did that again.
I was getting ready to say that. I was just getting ready to say. I was getting ready to say we recently of another very good friend of mine. I don't know if you know her. Her name is Carla Benson. She was with the group the Sweeties. Did the backup for all pretty much all of Philadelphia international music, and she was saying how when Patti LaBelle took them out and called themselves the Sweeties, that's how they got that name. And
Mhm.
she said the exact same thing. You can't mess up in Patty's show. You can't mess
Mm-mm.
up. You'll get that I, and after that, if it happens again, you won't have to worry about the I anymore.
Exactly. And Miss Patty calls her alter ego Priscilla. So
Right.
you do not want to see Priscilla.
Mm.
Exactly correct. Exactly correct. Yeah. 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 Come on in, Professor.
Um, what is it about music that makes you feel so passionate?
Ooh.
I would say it's inspiring. It can be in depth. It just gives you this feel, this sense of belonging, and it has you have different nuances to music. And I just, it's something that just it's in my soul, it's in my spirit, and that's what I do when I lay it out on the line. When I'm out there performing, I try to touch someone's soul and someone's
There you go.
spirit.
There
Mm.
you go. There you go.
And with
Yeah.
that, do you have a favorite genre?
Um, R&B. I love my
Okay.
R&B. I
Yeah.
love my R&B. I like pop. I can do everything and anything that you throw at me. So, but my genre is R&B.
Okay. All right.
Thank
All right. Shaun, what plateau are you trying to it's somewhat of a silly question because I think I pretty much you ask anybody this, you already know the answer, but I want to hear what you have to say. What plateau are you trying to ascertain before you finish, whenever that'll be, if you finish?
Oh, good question. I do plan on doing another album, but this time it's gonna be solo because I don't feel like dealing with all those attitudes and you know
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
personalities.
I got you.
But yes, I do want. I just tell myself time and time again, if I could just get one more song, just one more hit. That's all I need in
Okay.
my eyes. It's just
Okay.
one more hit, and but I want to do it by myself this time.
I got you. I got you. Are you starting to put yourself in a position to do that?
I am, and I'm looking for and any producers and songwriters. Throw me some music,
I
throw me
got
some material.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me say this to you. Somebody out there will hear you because well, this show is widely watched. But we'll put out some feelers. But in case you need, and we don't have any, we're not bringing the outages, a little background noise, people to clap, people to make noise in the back. We're here. We're here for you, babe. I want you to know that.
Mhm.
We're here
Thank
for
you.
you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
Come on in,
you.
Lamar. Come on in, Mar.
For those, excuse me, for those that's growing and wanna get into the music industry, what advice would you give them from your experience in knowing?
So, first thing, you're going to get a lot of no's,
Yeah.
but I will say, I want you to just continue to keep going, keep pushing, because somebody's going to hear you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Somebody's going to hear you, and it is also about all who you know. So networking is very, very. You definitely need to network.
Okay.
Get yourself out there. Put yourself out there. If you have to do some, go on these social media platforms and just start singing. Some people are getting notarized through that alone.
Yeah. Hmm.
Especially on TikTok.
Yeah. So, but you got to get out there. You got to push yourself and get out there and not be afraid. Well, you're going to be afraid because before I step on the stage all the
Sure.
time, I'm nervous, I'm afraid, but as soon as I open my mouth, I'm in my world.
There you go. There you go. Good
Yes.
question, Mar. Good question. Good question.
One of
Sean, what was it that kept you? Because there were no's, and then plus the other stuff that was going on. What single thing, if there was one, that kept you going forward?
My love for my craft.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
love to sing.
Got you. Got you. Okay. All right. Come on in, Drew.
Yeah, Sean, I just looked here and it tells me that you guys also had some music videos out.
Oh yeah.
And as soon as like we get off air, I'm going to be viewing them. But
Oh,
could you tell us a little bit about doing the video? How was that experience?
oh, that was so much fun. It was so much fun.
What did the same
um,
producer
no,
produce your
you had
video
different,
or somebody
yeah,
else?
you had different producers and different producers for each video. Yes.
Okay,
And
okay,
they, would find people, sometimes it's people off the street
Right.
that they
Yeah.
would bring in as
as
Excellent.
extras.
extras. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was fun. I loved it.
Cool.
Wow,
Good question, Drew.
that,
Good
that's
question.
yes. I mean, BET and VH1. When you get videos in those platforms, yeah, you really you making waves, you making moves. So
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
kudos.
Good
Done.
question, Drew. Before I bring in DD, all you folks that are out there listening and watching, thank you so much. Each and every Friday night we're here, you know that. But if you get the opportunity when we go off, go look up a Pure Soul. Look up
Yes.
look up their video on Soul Train. Check that out.
Yeah.
If you haven't
Yes.
already, check that out. Okay, come on, DD.
Now, if you didn't be in the music business, what did you want to do other than that?
Wow, good question. Good question. Good question.
Giggle Howard.
Well, I went to school at Howard for music education, so I did want to be a teacher. And
Okay.
I also love computers. I graduated from a vocational high school in computers, so I do like computers as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Did you teach?
I did not teach, no.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting. You never know what somebody is doing. We've got a gorgeous singing nerd here. That's what we got. Come on in, Professor.
Um, what is the best piece of advice that anyone has given you?
Ooh, good question.
Good.
um, when you're at your lowest, keep God first.
Ooh, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And continue to just press on.
Good question. Good question. Very good question. All right. All right. Um, Shaun, we're not. We got about 15 more minutes, and again, I want to take the opportunity to say thank you so much for joining us and sharing your information. Now, let's go to the tough question here. Let's go to
Uh-oh.
the tough one. Now, the song "Stairway to Heaven." How did you guys get to do that? Was it suggested that you do it? Did one of you guys come up with the idea to do it? Tell me how that came about.
That was Hawk Islam's idea. He
Okay.
wanted, yeah, he wanted us to do a remake of a very famous song, and it was befitting for one that I was from Cleveland, Ohio, just like the OJ's, and he was like, you know what, let's try this song, and it just so happened to be "Stairway to Heaven."
Mm,
Wow, that is awesome because the collection of voices, the collections
Mm,
of the way it was done. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like
mm,
I think Drew said earlier with the trilling in the background and somebody
yeah.
talking and somebody singing over here, and even the video that you did on Soul Train. I mean, it just looks so. Everybody's doing their own thing. It looks really really good. I you have to excuse me. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan
I
because
thank you.
this ever since I started playing it, it's just like y'all got to hear this. Shut up over there in the corner and listen to this. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
It's just really awesome. Um,
And I also want to give big ups to Miss Kim Jordan. She's the one that wrote our first hit single, "We Must Be in Love,"
right.
and she also directed "Stairway to Heaven,"
Okay.
and
Ah,
that's a
Okay.
bad sister right there.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, we give a nice round of applause to Miss Jordan. We thank her for that
yeah,
because we really didn't
yeah.
talk about the first song. I'm just so enthused about "Stairway to Heaven." We didn't even talk about the first one. How did the first song come about to you guys? Was that material given or talk about that?
Kim Jordan
Okay.
wrote and produced it,
Okay.
and
Okay.
played and listened to the piano. That's Kim Jordan.
Okay.
She
Okay.
used to
Ah,
play. She used to play for Gil Scott Heron.
oh,
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 Okay.
goodness. Ooh,
Okay.
She's a
Mm,
bad sister.
All right. Yeah.
this is
If you play
good.
for Gil Scott Hand, you sure are. There's no question about that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's it.
mm,
You're from a world class famous college. Some of the folks that were hanging around, well, not hanging around, but some of the folks that went there with you, drop a few names over. I know that Ashley Scott is one of them. And Ashley, if you're watching and listening, my brother, I thank you for turning me on to this very, very nice young lady. I really do appreciate it. So, name some of the folks that were there with you at the Howard.
Okay, oof, I could go through some names,
Well,
but
come on with it. Come on with it.
off the top of my head, the group Shy.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Dun, doo, 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 doo. That one.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Shy was there when I was there. She was Miss Howard University. Her name was Karen White.
Karen White.
Look
Yeah.
at
Oh yeah,
Karen White.
Yeah.
Superwoman.
Yes, she's an
Superwoman.
actress.
Yeah.
hmm no, not that Karen White.
Not that
no
one?
No,
Okay. Okay.
Karen Molina White.
Karen Molina White. There you are.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, she's
Okay.
an
Okay.
actress.
Yes.
Okay.
hmm
See, that's
Um,
why we call her the professor. I'm telling you right now.
who else? Oh my gosh. Of course, I can't think of anybody right now because you put me on the spot. But
Well, that's all right. That's
How
okay.
about Raheem Devon?
right, well, he wasn't there when I was there, but
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I think he's from the East End.
he's much
Okay.
younger.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
But
Well,
I mean,
that's
of
can't
course,
believe you're the game, man.
they would
I'm
kill
sorry.
me to
What'd you
say
say?
it. Go ahead.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said, of course, we had Puffy that went to Howard.
Right.
Oh
We
yeah,
had,
you can.
oh my gosh, why I can't think? Why I can't think of artists? But a lot of artists came out of Howard University.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Well, we're certainly glad again, and I don't mean to be redundant to have you here and talk about your memoirs, if you are. Are you in the process or thinking about writing a book, like so many of the artists that are coming through today are?
I had not thought about it,
Okay.
but I could put that up here.
You got it. Okay. 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 My good friend Charles Knight, Chef Charles Knight, is watching us, and he's enjoying. I think he's in Florida. Matter of fact, he's going to be a guest of ours pretty soon. But Charles, I just wanted to say hello. You just popped up on my screen. Hello to you, and I hope that you're enjoying Miss Shaun Allen of the group, formerly of the group Pure Soul. Shaun,
Yeah.
tell us you have a 9 to 5. You told us that. You told us that you want to do a gospel album. You told us that you're still singing and you have fun with your grandchild, and that's the thing. What is there anything in your life beside this elusive #1 record that you would like to fulfill before you say I'm done? If you say I'm done,
Hmm. Good question.
we don't mess around here, baby, on
I
Friday nights. I'll
see.
tell you
I
that right
see.
now.
Hmm. I don't even have a response to that one. Like I stated, I do want to do another album. And before I go, I want to sing a gospel album.
Okay. 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 I'm sure that, or at least I'm assuming that retirement is nowhere near in your future.
You are so wrong. Oh,
Really?
I
Really?
oh, you talking about from singing? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, from
Yes.
singing, honey, I'm retired when they put me in the grave.
Okay. That's what I mean. Okay.
There
That's
Oh,
you
what I
go.
most
That's
mean.
it.
Yeah.
definitely. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I mean. No, the 9 to 5, I know we're ready to get that up.
Yes,
Professor just
sir.
recently did it. Professor just recently did it. So yeah, I got you on
Congratulations.
that.
Thank
I
you.
got you. All right.
Best
Okay.
thing I ever did.
All right, what we're
Yeah.
going to do now, Shaun, is we're going to go around the room and everybody's going to give you their goodbyes. We're going to start with Lamar.
Well, I don't want to say goodbye.
I know
Oh,
you don't, Mar. I know you don't.
I'll say I'll see you again, and I wish you all the best. And may God continue to bless you as you continue your journey here on earth, and I hope that I have the chance to meet you in person one day.
and we're gonna make that happen.
Amen. Thank
All
you.
There
right,
you go.
all right. Get over here in August. You got to come for the RTR barbecue anyway, so get over here.
Yeah.
All right, Drew, come on in.
Miss Shaun, thank you so very much for joining us and sharing your experiences in the music industry. I look forward to your performance in Delaware, August 23rd.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Drew.
Yes.
DD.
It was a pleasure talking to you. I'm looking forward to now that I'm back on the East Coast.
How
with
about
no
that? Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
background in civilization. I will just make it a point to try to make it on August 23rd.
I
Okay,
appreciate
and
Mhm.
that.
and I'll be looking for your new album.
And I will be giving you shout out too.
Okay.
Oh, so you gonna make
There
us
you
run
go.
now. You gonna make us run over to the show.
Well,
Come on in, Professor.
It has been a wonderful pleasure having you here. Thank you for just being here and being who you are. Because a lot of times when you get these people who are lead singers, some of them are kind of big headed. You are not. You
Thank you.
you know you know what the facts are, and they just are what they are. You know, and you're a very soft spoken young lady.
yes,
Thank
she
It's
you.
is.
very
Yes, she
nice,
is.
and that girl keep
I,
singing. Cause see, I'm the one who generally, not that I don't change over into younger folk music, but do not prefer it.
okay. Okay.
But when
Mhm.
I hear anybody that can really sing, because you got somebody out there now, and I won't say who it is, but they just blowed up all over the place, and they're okay. They can sing, and then, shoot, anybody almost sing better than me. They can sing, but they I don't feel as though, for me, they're not somebody that would have longevity like a Patti
Mhm.
LaBelle or something. But because the younger folks are gravitating to that, that will be what pushes them there. But
Mhm.
as far as real singing ability, I don't feel like they have it.
Gotcha.
People
Yeah.
like you have that thing they say.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
So yes, keep singing. I hope you do write a book. Change the names of the people to protect the not so innocent.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I
Absolutely.
hope
Yeah.
to see you in August.
Thank you, Professor.
Right.
And you know what? I will
Right.
never forget you. You have some great questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm.
And you
Nice.
know, I come from very, very humble beginnings, and that's what I owe it all to my mother. God
Right.
rest her
God
soul.
bless her.
Yeah.
Right, right,
Gotcha.
right. Well, there's in my closing again. Obviously, thank you so much for being with us, and it was a pleasure to speak with you and actually meet you. So, Ashley, if you're listening, thank you very much for that. And if
Thanks,
you think
Ashley.
of anybody else in the musical, because we would just like to talk to anybody, and you see what kind of show we have. We
Yeah.
have fun. It's not rigid where you've got to answer it. We don't do that. It's a lot of fun and it's very relaxed. But there's two things I want to say. One, I was very upset with you and the group. I was very upset. So this is a little negative that you ladies got on the stage and sang like you did and made a guy like myself just lose his mind. I was upset about that. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm not the only one. Lamar and Drew will probably say the same thing. The second thing is Miss Patty LaBelle. What she was just she's awesome, but she didn't get to the stage that she's gotten to until she started flying around like a bird. Then she became a superstar. You know what I'm saying? And taking off her shoes, rolling on the floor. Then she became a superstar. So we're waiting for you to pull that out on your act.
No problem. I got it for you. It's in there.
Well, listen, Shaun, again, we would thank you so much for spending this hour with us, and have your number, and I want to find out where you're going to be so I can post it and pass the information on to the listening ship and what have you. And we're looking forward to getting together with you sometime really, really soon. And I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. God bless you and the family. And
Thank
hey,
you.
listen, just keep on keeping on with everything that you're doing because
Yeah.
you've got some supporters over here in
Yeah.
I
Philadelphia.
Yes,
appreciate
we
You
it. I
got
do.
some supporters.
appreciate it.
In closing, is there anything that you'd like to say, Shaun?
I just want to thank you guys. This has been wonderful. I've enjoyed just sitting here talking with you for this entire hour. And Ali, it's been great knowing you. I hope
Thank
this
you.
won't be my last time getting to speak with each and every one of you. And
Cool.
hopefully you guys will come out to some of my shows in your
Absolutely. We're looking
Okay.
areas.
forward to it. Looking forward to it.
Yes.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that ends our show for tonight. If everybody in your home would give Miss Shaun Allen a nice round of applause, we appreciate her. Keep in mind, this coming Wednesday on my TV show, Salt, Pepper, and Memories, my guest will be Mr. Son of a King. He is the son of Ben E. King on my TV show, Salt, Pepper, and Memories. Next Friday, are you ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Next Friday, Miss Linda Rydell. You say, I know that name? Well, yes, you do. Her husband, Bobby Rydell, who sang a lot, was a teenage idol here in the Philadelphia area. So tune in next Friday. Follow me on Facebook. We'll let you know what's going on. To everybody, have a great weekend. God bless you. Shaun, we love you. We'll talk to you soon. Everybody, good night.
Good night.
Hey.
There we go, folks.
All
Thank you
right.
so much. You guys have a good weekend.
You too. Be safe out there.
Bye now.
Everybody.